Hello students, welcome back to the history class. We have started lesson 1, that is unit 1, what is history, and we have read part of the lesson in the last class. So before going into today's class, let us recall what you have read in the last class. Last class we saw what is the meaning of history. Yes. History is the study of past events in chronological order. We read what is the meaning of past events, chronological order, and the classifications of history, and who are historians and what are the sources used by the historians as evidences. And also we read about prehistory and protohistory. And we also read the early men in the prehistory and their lifestyles. Today we'll see about the timeline. Timeline is nothing but the structure of time. Every year has been numbered. To calculate anything, you need a single point of time. Example, I take the year you are born as a single point of time. You can say your history after 6 years of born, and you can say about your mother that she was born 30 years before you were born. Since Singapore considered every time measurement with birth of Jesus Christ, so in history time was measured from the birth of Jesus Christ. Using this system, they used to describe the events happened the birth of Jesus Christ as BC, that is before Christ. Example, the event happened before Jesus born, it is written as BC. That is, if it is 10 years before the event that has happened 10 years before Jesus born, it will be recorded as 10 BC, that is equal to 10 years before Jesus Christ. So years of BC count backwards, that is, the event happened just 1 year before the birth of Jesus Christ, it is written as 1 BC. If 6 years before, it is 6 BC. This means larger years BC happened before smaller years BC. Example, Julius Caesar born in 100 BC and died in 44 BC. So they were born 100 years before Jesus Christ and died 44 years before Jesus Christ. And next we'll see what is AD, Anno Domini. The event happened after the birth of Jesus Christ is written as AD, that is Anno Domini, year of our Lord. Lord, here they mention Jesus Christ. Example, if the king is born after 800 years after the birth of Christ, is written as AD 800. If there isn't a letter next to a year, it is most likely AD. The year before Jesus born, it is 1 BC, and the year immediately followed by Jesus born is AD 1. Now we'll know what is BC and AD. Now we'll see what is CE and BCE. In 20th century, some people didn't like the religious nature of the original terms and wanted normal registration to be used instead. As a result, they changed BC and AD to be used with new terms that didn't mention Jesus' names. Thus, BC is replaced with BCE, that is, before Christ is replaced with before Common Era, and AD is replaced with CE, that is, Anno Domini is replaced with Common Era. Example, an event has happened after the Jesus birth. It can be written either AD 3 or 3 CE. In the same way, any event happened before 10 years of Jesus Christ, it is labeled as 10 BC or 10 BCE. Next we'll see about a mighty emperor Ashoka. The most famous ruler of ancient India was Ashoka. He was the first ruler to give up the war after the victory of Kalinga War. He was the first to build hospitals for animals and lay roads. Dharma Chakra with 24 spokes in our national flag was taken from Sarnath pillar of Ashoka. Even though Emperor Ashoka was great, his greatness had been unknown till 20th century. The material evidences provided by William Jones, James Prinsep and Alexander Cunningham reveal the greatness of Emperor Ashoka. Based on these accounts, Charles Allen wrote a book titled The Search for the India's Lost Emperor, which provided a comprehensive account of Ashoka. These inscriptions were observed on the rocks Sanjay Stupa and Sarnath Pillar and helped to understand the greatness of Ashoka to the world. Students, here the lesson comes to an end. We have completed the Unit 1, What is History? Students, now it's time for evaluation. Now let us see some objectives, that is choose and fill ups related to today's lesson, that is what we have learned today in this class. First we'll see choose a best answer. First is dash is a study of past events in chronological order. Option A, geography. Option B, physics. Option C, history. And option D, maths. Yes, can you give the answer? Yes, it is history. So, history is a study of past events in chronological order. Next, second, the term history has been derived from the dash word historia, which means learning by inquiry. Options A, Latin, B, Greek, C, French and D, British. Yes. Can you give me the answer? Yes, it is Greek word. The term history has been derived from the Greek word historia, which means learning by inquiry. Third, the study of inscriptions is known as dash. Yes, options are epigraphy, biography, telegraphy and geography. What is the answer? Epigraphy. Yes, the study of inscription is known as epigraphy. Fourth, the Indian history was classified into dash periods. Yes, what is the answer? It is 3. The Indian history was classified into 3 periods. Next, fifth one, dash history is a period between prehistory and proto-history. Options are promo, early, proto and modern. What is the answer? Proto-history. Yes, proto-history is a period between prehistory and history. Next, we'll move on to fill in the blanks. First one, the old Stone Age man lived mostly in dash. What is the answer? Yes, caves. It is caves. Spelling, I'll spell the word now. C-A-V-E-S. The old Stone Age man lived mostly in caves. Second one, dash is the father of history. Who is the father of history? Yes, it is Herodotus. I'll spell the word Herodotus. I'll once again repeat Herodotus. Next, dash was the first animal domesticated by old Stone Age man. What is the answer? Yes, it is dog. D-O-G. So dog was the first animal domesticated by old Stone Age man. Fourth one, inscriptions are dash sources. Yes, what source is inscription? It is archaeological sources. I'll spell the word ARCHAEOLOGICAL. Archaeological sources. Next, Dharma Chakra has 24 spokes. Yes, the Dharma Chakra which we have in our national flag, it has how many spokes? 24 spokes. Students, go through the lesson once again and read the choose and fill ups given and read the spellings correctly. Write and see the spellings, and we will meet in the next class. Thank you.